Hello everyone, this is Adam from Mess Up the Intro. Adam from the Mess Up Intro. No, Adam Ferns from the YouTube channel Adam Ferns. It's been ages since I've done that intro. I don't even think I said that intro on this channel with the current videos I have. I think it was actually back in the old days when I had videos uploaded. I was like, hey guys, this is Adam Ferns from the YouTube channel Adam Ferns. Yeah, I deleted them because they were cringy. Okay. This is just a ranking video which I decided to do, and it's just ranking the first book of Beast Quest from each series of, Beast Quest. So next to me I have a pile of 24 books, all of which are the first books of each series. And I put them in an order of least favourite to favourite. Not just Beastwise, it's the story it has and how it sets up the rest of the series along with the main plots. You're going to notice a theme coming up that of certain bits of it, that certain scenes I like. So let's get right into this. Please bear in mind this is my opinion, so if your opinion is different, which it most likely is, because it's a really unlikely chance you're just going to be exactly the same as mine. Please leave in the comments below what your favourite introduction book is. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So videos ranking. Okay, so we're going to start things off at 24th place being Series 11 with Elko the Lord of the Sea being last place. Honestly, Beastwise, not really an interesting beast. A nice looking one, but rather bad. It sets up the series of having Kenta steal the blood of each beast and put it inside a clay figure, which makes these beasts. But which is interesting at least, but then it also starts going along. Then it just reminds us series 1 of what series is more superior than this. So beasts made of the blood of the good beasts are linked to series 1, along going to a different realm to do a quest to defeat these 6 beasts instead of release them, linked to series 1, a bunch of other stuff. And personally, this is Kenta's first appearance, and it's not a good one. So when you have a villain that does have a good debut series or book, you got a problem then. Okay, but Series 11, The New Age is last. Now this, you know what, I'm going to swap that over with you two. There we are. So, my god, this is actually really bad. This is actually in a really bad order. Okay, so I'm going to put you, yeah, let's put you here. Yeah, I just had to change up the order a bit because I realised how stupid some of these orders where they are. So next is going to be Series 16, The Siege of Gwildor, with Styro the Snapping Brute. Beastwise, like Elko, looks good, but is not overly great as a story. Sanpei and Kenta go into Gwildor, making animals a lot larger, just so it could be used as a distraction to basically ramsack Gwildor and take over it. Whilst they had an inside man in Jengtor, being Emperor Zheng, just turning a side stare from it, so just ignoring the problems and refusing to help out the people that have been in trouble. Yeah, so it's not really a good starter book because, yeah, it sets up the series, but does it do it well though? That's the problem, because I don't really feel like this did a great job at setting up the series, and it's just kind of like another series which was before it that done a better job at it. So animals larger, like series 9, and it's just so they can ruin a kingdom. I'm not sure which series done that before, but they done it better. It was probably series 7, I think, because but the kingdom was already in ruins then. Moving on to next is Series 9, The Warlock's Staff, with Ursus the Clawed Raw. Unlike Styro and Elko, this beast does not look good. And also, its story is a bit lackluster. It had a good start, I guess, and it's just going up to Seraph, where you need to stop Malvel from reaching the Eternal Flame. But he'll be fine. It was guided by Torpix. Torpix is great. But along the way, Malvel decided to enchant two animals, 2 people, and Silver to turn them into beasts. So I guess that's good, but like I said in a previous video, that's the problem with Series 9 and Series 16. It recycles that old gag of humans and animals turning into beasts. I wouldn't say it's really a gag, I'd say it's more like a theme, which I'm not a personally big fan of, but I think this does better than Series 16 for similar themes, I guess. For the simple reason, they had a goal, which is to stop Malvel from becoming stronger, and it does end up. No, that's for the finale thing, but it just kind of leads up to getting to Seraph, beating Ursus, and then going to your next destination, which is a farmland for Minos. Not a very good starter book, because it just sets up Seraph by saying there's an Eternal Flame there, stop Malvel from getting there, then you win. Okay. Next is Series 14, The Cursed Dragon with Wrathcore, the Stampeding Brute. So, like with Series 11, this is like Series 1. Ooh, excuse me. Basically, beasts under control, need to go around a kingdom to free them, then you win. It had an interesting fight. No, that's for the finale. Okay, we'll come back to that one. I guess it sets up the series okay, I guess, just recycling along the old thing about Series 1. But it's just Series 1 and 11 recycled twice. It's just better than Series 11. Nothing much else to say about this, because there's nothing else to say. It's just like the beasts that are enchanted are beasts that Tom has already met before in Anaret, and now he has to fight them. So next we have Torgor, the Minotaur, so Series 3, The Dark Realm. Now this one was a good continuation of Series 2, and and it leads us into the realm of Gorgonia, where we meet some people which we don't know can be trusted, but turns out it can be, as well as having Tom have a goal of going into Gorgonia to free the good beasts that are trapped there. But apart from that, that's it. There's really nothing else, no other reason why Tom should be in Gorgonia apart from to free the beast and bring down Malvel. But that's it. So, yeah, but on terms of it setting up the rest of the series, I think it does an okay job. It's not brilliant by any means, but it is okay. Next, we have Series 17, The Broken Star. Now, this one kind of sets up the series well, continuing straight off from Series 16. It just goes along with the point of there's this ultimate weapon which Kenza and Jeng are going after, and they need to beat them to it before they get all 4 pieces. Otherwise, they're going to be unstoppable. Basically, it's like another series. I know. What was it? What was the other series? I guess, like, technically like Series 2, to claim an item to prevent the bad people from getting it. But unlike that, Series 2 actually had, like, a scavenger hunt for it. But, yeah. Griff, I mean, there's a good beast, but, can't really get to the point here. But the, actual, story to it, is okay, but I don't think the starting book actually made it intrigued. Because I said this in my Beast View. When I got around halfway through, I started losing interest in it because I don't. Because I said this, because I don't like the design of Thoron and Okko, and with my favourite of those four beasts already been done, what's there to look forward to? Series 18? Oh, that was a home run, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Series 19 was where I was at. Moving on, next is Series 8, The Pirate King. Now this is Sampeo's debut, but I tempted to say it was worth it. It was a good debut for Sampeo. Oh, okay. I just read the blurb, and it doesn't say a new enemy has arisen in Avantia, meaning Sampeo probably was introduced before, and I think it's with Reptus the Ocean King. That's that is a beast that we read about when it comes to the Beast Quest annuals. Annuals, the books that you get every year, but it's only 2012 and 2011 that those are in. I think Sampeo was introduced in one of them, most likely Reptus. But yeah, this is a good start. Brings back Sampeo, I guess. Brings back. What else to say about this? I think it sets up the series well by having Tom lose the power of his jewel belt, but that's it. It's just that Tom loses the power of the jewel belt and has to fight someone with the power of that jewel belt, along with 6 other beasts which are debatably the most deadly batch, but the story wasn't really that compelling, as the only thing that was interesting, Tom lost his jewel belt. That's the only thing that interesting happened. Moving on to Series 7 now, Convold the Cold-Blooded Brute. This was a good continuation of Series 6, after Series 6 ended with them in a whole new realm. But it continues it off okay. Doesn't really set up the main plot, though, of Tom going round the kingdom to free the good beasts, send them back to their original habitat or something. But I'm not going to say it's god awful, because it's not. It's not by any means. It kills off the apprentice wizard, and eventually when we get down to the end, I really should be saying this in the finale ranking. When we get to the finale, it has a good fight, and Freya and Silver get left behind here. Hence a Series 8 plot, because the Tree of Life, Tree of Being can bring back those people. Well, bring back Freya and Silver. But anyway, Convolt, the start's okay, I guess. And it just continues on the series, which is good. It has a few stops here and there, especially with Hellion. But other than that, it's alright. It's an alright start. Nothing too bad. It also shows the rising of a new Master of the Beast, which is Dalaton, I think it is. Next is Series 20, the Isle of Ghosts. Now, personally, I've never been a big fan of this series, but I do need to say that the start was mediocre, because the story, okay, you need to go to the Isle of Ghosts to stop something bad about to happen, even though you were forbidden to go there, so okay, breaking the rules, good start, I guess. Only to find out it's Malvel again, and he's just being as evil as ever. This is probably where, well, it was actually in Scalix this happened, but this is probably where Malvel had the plan to come back to life, where he was absorbing the life of Beric, but when that didn't work, he eventually kind of swapped himself with Beric, I guess, in Series 21. Which is good, but this is Malvel's ultimate return, and personally to me, it was not a home run. It doesn't set up the series well at all, I think, and it's just another batch of Ghost Beasts, which, like Series 4. Yeah, and You can check the Holy Bible with this. My Holy Bible says that Zulok and Akira are in fact good beasts, whilst Skalix and Rykar are evil. So what me and Lucas said about those beasts being told they're pure evil is BS, because 2 are evil, 2 are good. So we were right. Moving on to Series 18 now, The Trial of Heroes. This is just a similar start to Series 13. No surprises there. Introduce what later goes on to be a rather good character, being Emilia. But that's it. that's literally it. It just takes off Series 13, gives it a new paint shade, and throws in a new character there, along with the suspicious uncle. Okay. What else? Oh yes, beasts which aren't interesting. The most interesting out of all those beasts is Corixa, but at the end of the day, it's just a humanoid beast, that is. So yeah, it sets up the next book okay, I guess. It shows that Emilia isn't a what? I'm trying to think of the word. It's not an honourable player, let's say, because she will go to cheating to get what she wants, which is bad. But looking back at this, she was probably convinced by her uncle to do that. It sets up the series well, introduces a new character which me and Lucas both like, and also has this suspicious character which we need to be suspicious of, especially in Soara, where it's shown that he died, but then he lives. Yeah, that made no sense to me either. Then I was like, oh, okay. Moving on, next is Series 21 with The Sorcerer's Revenge. This is the proper book where Malvel came back. Well, technically it is, because he's back to life. But personally, the start wasn't a home run, but it had this good little plot saying that Malvel has got the Book of Beasts, I think it is. It doesn't say it here, but an ancient book which summons 4 beasts from the Netherworld, and when they're dead, brings open the entire Netherworld, bringing all the beasts out. So it's an alright series. It's kind of like a threatening world ending thing, but was it good? Like, the start wasn't particularly good in my opinion. Like, book 2, 3 and 4 were great, but book 1, if anything, it was disappointing. Me and Lucas both do not like this beast. Yeah, so it's just having an ancient book, summon dark magic from an evil wizard called Durfsin, I think. Just to summon 4 beasts to destroy the kingdom, and when they're beaten, which is what Malvel planned, so doesn't really care for these beasts, opens up a portal or a rip in the earth to bring up the other beasts. But we don't find out about that till the end. But other than that, it's alright, I guess, just not amazing. But it is a unique start, which is why I put it up a bit higher. But at the end of the day, it's essentially like Series 12, with a world ending kind of thing. Even though it's just a kingdom ending, but yeah. Moving on, next is Series 5, The Shade of Death. Now, this is ages since my Beast view on this, and I remember exactly how I introduced that video. Hey guys, Adam from the Dimensional Gaming Squad here, and today we're with you in The Shade of Death, which is green. I'm in trouble. That is literally how I introduced that episode. I don't know if it was good, I don't know if it was bad. If it helps, I remember it though. So yeah, Series 5. It's essentially like Series 1, just in a different kingdom. That's it. That's actually it. The only thing is, though, the story had a few changes. The villain changed, like Series 11 did. But I think this one was more compelling because it had a more intriguing story. and the beasts were not made of the blood of the Series 1 beasts. If anything, they have similar bits about it, like Rock with the height compared to Arcta, Crab being a water beast, Hawkeye being a flying bird-like beast like Epos, Koldo's like that extra that we don't care about. Tremor probably Koldo's like Nanook actually. Amictus. Now Inferno or Tagus. Tagus I'm probably going to say is a lot more like Tremor, I guess, with the whole plane-ish kind of thing. And Amictus is like Furno, I guess. Good books. So yeah, sets up the story well and sets up the rest of the series well, I meant. And it's an alright story. Nothing much else to say about it though, because at the end of the day, it is similar to Series 1. But in my opinion, as a series as a whole, it's better than Series 1. Moving on to now we're halfway through the list, and 12th place is Series 19, The Kingdom of Dragons. Now, this one I actually had trouble trying to pinpoint where I should put it, because it's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's more like a mediocre start. It's a unique start with a whole different kind of thing. But really looking into it, this is similar to Series 1. We're going to a new kingdom, making other beasts, making the dragons yield, and then they win. That's it. It's just to stop Jezreel from getting to the Well of Power, but that's it. Nothing much, not really much of a reason for them to go there apart from just to stop Jezreel, but that's it. Go there, I mean, for Tom and Aline to go to Draconia. But yeah, moving on, we have Series 6. Now this is more like a scavenger hunt thing, like Series 2 is. And this one's searching for the medicine or the potion ingredients to cure Freya from the evil side, I guess. So it starts out alright, I guess. Like, the story is good, but the beast wise, it kind of lacks. Like, none of the beasts look interesting up to Merc, Terra, and Vespic. But that's it though. That's the only problem it has. Like, the story is rather solid, not the best, but not the worst by any means. And it just sets up the rest of the series well, what Komodo does, which is good. Some of the beasts have rather bad deaths towards the start, like Muro bleeding out because of his tail being sliced off, Komodo virtually killing himself after his tail got sliced off, Fang drowning, you get the picture. But that's it. There's nothing really bad about these beasts, just that they don't really look appealing. But it sets up the rest of the series good, which is what Komodo does, which is good. And is actually one of the few quests which I think Tom would do again any day. He'd probably do all of these again any day, just except probably the Trial of Heroes and the Warriors Road kind of thing, because it's just to prove his worthiness, I guess. Well, one of them was anyway. Next, we have Nixa the Deathbringer, which is Series 4, The Amulets of Avantia. This one was, like with Series 6, bringing back the mother. This one's bringing back the father. This one was the original, though, bringing back a relative kind of thing. And I think it's good. It's just collecting pieces of an amulet, relieving Tom of the golden armor powers to bring back his father, which is something like with Series 6 he'll do any day in order to get his father back, which is good, and I guess probably the start of where he's proven worthy as a worthy descendant to Taladon to be the next Master of the Beasts. In Golden Armor's perspective anyway. Moving on to Series 22, The Lost Beast of Makai. Now, this series just keeps getting better and better as it goes on. But it leads off okay with the whole you need to go to Makai to stop Rhea from her ultimate plan of creating the whole battle fleet and charging in on Avantia and ransacking every single realm there is. And it does a good job of that with that, and all beasts having their particular jobs is also interesting. But that's it. That's all it has going for it. The beasts look interesting. It sets up the next beast good. And have each beast have their own job. That's also something else that's good. But that's it. That's really it. Now moving on to Series 15. Velmal's Revenge. This one, Queen's treasures are taken and scattered around the kingdom, protected by beasts. Kind of like Series 2. And a few other seasons. This one does it good though, because all the beasts here are good looking. None are actually bad. And I can safely say that now with the seasons before that, I know for a fact. Seasons after that, I'm not sure. But because I was in Lanzarote when I read this book, it's been a year since I read it. Because I uploaded the Series 9 Beast Review after I went to Lanzarote. So, I believe I said something about me having sunburn that day then. So, yeah, that's whereabouts I was when I got to Series 9. But yeah, it sets up the series well, and has this kind of foil to Tom being Prince Rotu. But other than that, that's it. So, and being similar to Series 1, Series 2, I guess is okay. Speaking of the Devil is Series 2. Now, the Golden Armor. Now, beast-wise, I would never put Zephyr this high up. But as a story perspective, it's good. It is really good. It was, at one point, my favourite introduction to a series. Because even though it seems kind of down to earth, rather basic, it's good. It has Malvel having his bats go into a chamber where the Golden Armor is kept, and take it and scatter it around the kingdom. The original scavenger hunt thing. And personally, this is great because even though it's kind of basic with the whole feel to it, it sets up the rest of the series well. It doesn't have it. Admittedly, some of the beasts, one of them in particular, it's not a home run when it comes to the actual beast and story, but other than that, it's actually a great series, and it's a great start. This was at one point my favorite beast as well, because of the story being so good. Now, as I've grown older and wiser and more ignorant with the newer seasons, there are 6 more seasons when it comes to the start of the series, which in my opinion are better. And we're going to go straight into this with Series 10, Master the Beasts. Knights of Forton gets released, and now Tom needs to go on a quest to try and stop them, and made them go back to resting. So it's like Series 1, but amped up to the extreme. Because that's exactly what it is. It's not the original. It's kind of original, but not really original idea, which is something which I appreciate, and is why it's this high. All the beasts look rather good, some better than others, but that is probably the only problem with it. There's nothing else that's a problem, because at the end of the day, it's quite good. It sets up the rest of the series quite well, Noctilla does. And having a rather good battle against a beast that's at the start of the series, that's kind of saying, yeah, it's only going to get bigger and better as it goes on. It does. Just in my opinion, Noctilla's better. So, just in my opinion, Noctilla is better. So next, okay, now this one I probably should have put a bit lower on the list, so I should have said it sooner. But I decided to put it up this high because it is a unique start with kind of like a Series 1 feel, but it's to discover the truth. Series 23. Now, the unique start is the king's brother comes back to Avantia, claims that his title as king on the throne, kind of humiliates Captain Harkman, burns Tom's golden armor, I think takes away his jewel belt, and takes away the shield tokens as well, and then Tom and Alina goes through a portal to get to the Wildlands, where they go to discover the truth about Angelo. Yeah, I just remembered his name. Angelo. Okay, yeah. And it has some good beasts. Some are kind of rip-offs from previous Beast Terror. And others don't really look that appealing, whilst others look a lot better than their rip-off. I'm talking about Crotax with Tusk, but still. This is biased. But other than that, it's a good start, and I believe it's in the second book where we find out Angelo is actually dead. So who's that at the castle? Now, I should really say this for the finale, and I'm going to say it in the finale anyway, but I'm going to say it now as well. Me and Lucas, we did not know that, it did not occur to us that Zircon the shapeshifter was King Angelo, because for some reason it didn't really click in our minds until we got to that book, read the title, and like, oh, oh, okay. It's a good story, kind of threw us a bit of a curveball there with whole Angelo being alive kind of thing, which is something which I appreciate. And that's it. Moving on to 4th place, we have Series 13, The Warrior's Road. Now this one leads off with Adaro at trial for using the lightning path with Series 12, you know, that jazz. The judge was kind of a prick, to be honest, because he stripped Tom of his golden armor powers, his jewel belt, probably not his shield tokens, I don't think so anyway, and sends him onto this path which he needs to follow called the Warrior's Road, where he needs to defeat 6 of the most evil beasts out of all the beasts. If Tom wins, then nothing, he just gets his powers back. But if he loses, he's dead. So that's it. But that's pretty much it. The start of the series is unique, and kind of goes on a similar formula as Series 1, going around an area to beat beasts, but the areas are in different locations where you go through a portal to get to each one, which is good. But that's it. It's a great start because Adaro's at trial, and we first learn about the Circle of Wizards with all that, and a bunch of other stuff, which is rather interesting actually. And it sets up Series 13 well. That's all I can say, really. If it sets up a series well, it's good. So that's all I can say. Beast-wise, they all look intriguing. There we are. There's nothing else to say. Now, 3rd place. Now, this one, I'm thinking of putting it in 2nd, actually, but I'm going to put it in 3rd because, well, it's already there. Series 1. Now, this one was the original series and had the original idea of going around a kingdom to free or kill the beasts, which is good. I like it a lot, and it, like I said, it's the original. Is compared to other seasons rather basic and down to earth. Like I said, with the start of series 2, but that's also the beginning. So my point is invalid. But this one, I say, is more superior when it comes to down to earth retrospective. It's more like the origins of Tom, Alina, Silver, and Storm, along with Adaro, King Hugo, and a bunch of other people as well, along with Marvel. But it's just a rather simple quest to free the beast. Well, it's really not that simple. Like, compared to others, it is simple, but at the end of the day, any quest is going to be treacherous. But I think Series 1 does a rather good job at kind of introducing us to the world of Beast Quest And it sets up the rest of the series quite well. Not just the rest of Series 1, but literally every other book, which is good. Second place, now this one to me was a no-brainer when it came to which one, because to an extent, Series 2 and Series 12, Series 24 and Series 12, they're both technically kind of similar when it comes to a world-ending perspective, and they're both great in doing it. One was the original, one is technically a world-ending kind of thing, with Avantia losing their Master of the Beasts. So, two very good starts, kind of world-ending thing. Kingdoms colliding, Master of the Beast kind of possessed. But at the end of the day, only one of them comes out on top as the better series when it comes to the start. And because they're both great, they both set up the rest of the series quite well, and both of them literally, they both get better as it goes along. Electro and Solak are literally the worst beasts in their respective series, and that's saying something. I like Electro, and I'm neutral with Solak. So beasts get better as it goes on. It sets up the rest of the series quite well. Clearly means the start of the book is bad compared to the others. Kingdoms colliding, Master of the Beast possessed. Second place is Series 24. Blood of the Beast. Now, to me, it was a no-brainer when it came to picking which one would be second place, considering they're both kind of original. I went for the more catastrophic one. Yes, losing your Master of the Beast is going to be a big problem, especially if a beast gets possessed then, which I hope to see in a future. I hope to see in a future book, where or a future series where, let's say, Gwildor's Mistress of the Beast, which I believe is still Freya, because I think Amelia's Mistress of the Beast of a different realm. That's linking back to Lucas's review on Varric. I think it's a different kingdom. But yeah, let's say Freya gets possessed again, and she's suddenly working for the bad person. Then Tom and Alina go to a different realm, well, to free the to try and free Freya, while also beating some beasts. But also it's a side story, so this can be in the future series after that one. Amelia's transported to Gwildor to take care of beasts that have just been created to wreak havoc whilst the Mistress of the Beast is gone. It sounds good, and that means those two books to be linked. I'm kind of upset it didn't happen here, because then Freya could have came from Gwildor to do the job there. So that's what Series 25 could have been about. But from what I've heard, no, Prince Rotor was to get kidnapped. God, he's so useless. But yeah, catastrophic start with Master of the Beast being gone, which could cause the end of Avantia with the whole, where's our protector? It's like I can't really compare it to anything. Batman taking the day off and then everyone goes wild, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Series 24, great book. It starts off the series well and kind of leads us to want to read the rest of the series. I read this whole series within a week. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. It is so good. It ended up being my favourite series. Looking back, that may change. No. But now let's go to the proper winner. Series 12. The one time Series 12 actually wins something. And that's been the best start to a series. The kingdoms are colliding, causing what could be a complete end to life as we know it. And Tom needs to go along the lightning path to defeat the lightning beasts in order to prevent the kingdoms from colliding. It's a story that leads off with chaos at the absolute start, which is something which I like, and was the original world-ending kind of theme going along. Was it good? Yeah, it's good. It gets better as it goes along, as I said, and it's more catastrophic compared to Series 24. But after all, that's only my opinion. 40 minutes this was. Anyway, that's all for this ranking. If you like what you saw or heard, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Series 12 has the best intro to a series in my opinion. What's your favourite? Leave it in the comments below or make your own video on it by all means. The ranking the finales will not be done today as it might take just as long. B, I got work at 12 o'clock and I do not know what time it is now. I lost track of time. It's probably around 9 maybe. So even though I would have enough time to do it, I need time to actually get ready. Like, I can't go work in a McDonald's like without makeup on my face. Jeez. Anyway, peace out.